thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya.
Hey, welcome back. Hey, it's been a while, hasn't it? We haven't seen you in a while. I haven't seen me in a while. I haven't seen you in a while, Shaun. How's it going? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. What do you reckon? I got pretty good singing, right? What do you reckon?
I really believe that you are a gifted soloist.
I am.
Yeah,
I
you should
reckon
sing
so too.
solo, no one could hear you. Okay, that's what I think.
Oh, dang.
Hey, I'm glad. Could you imagine how popular it would be if we were consistent?
It would be, yeah, it would be great.
When we were consistent during COVID and everything else, the ratings were great. People
Yeah.
coming into the area.
Yes.
It was just, we could have been syndicated, I reckon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not, but anyhow.
Yeah.
But we're just so off and on.
You never know. You never know. Maybe who knows what the future might hold.
Well, only if I get you to be consistent, that would be the thing. Okay?
That is true, that is true.
Between youth camps and pressure and
Yeah.
workloads and, I mean,
And
it's not
funerals.
funerals.
Yeah.
We had a couple of funerals. You know. And then next week,
Yeah.
I'm all round up. You're off again.
I'm off agagen,
You're on
yeah.
holidays.
Yes,
Oh
yes.
my goodness.
I know, right? How it is so awful that I'm taking time off. I know. I shouldn't be doing it. I apologize to all the online people.
I know.
I should not be taking
Yeah.
time off. I know. I'm so sorry.
Did I say turn your phones off?
I know, right? And immediately our switcher, Erica. Hello, Erica.
Erica
So sorry,
is on the
so
phone. Hey, Erica. Not only did she only turn up 1 minute before we started, but I announced, can we please turn our phones off? And while you're on there, I can hear her voice going,
Immediately.
okay. She da. So
I'm sorry. I thought it was urgent church matter. But
Was it an
I
urgent
referred
church-
to Kelly. It's okay.
Okay, all right. So how are you, Erica?
I'm well.
I can't see you.
I'm well.
yeah. There
It's
we
good
go,
to
there we
see
go.
you, Erica.
Yay.
Oh,
Hello. I'm just changing my headphones over.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Should we have a cool thing? Yeah.
Okay, now there's a special reason
Yes.
why. Let's switch back to me, thanks.
Yes.
There's a special reason why we played Welcome Back.
Yes, because it's been a while.
It's been a while.
in general.
It's been a while
Yeah.
since I've had Melissa
Whoa!
with us. Melissa O'Brien. Can we show her? There's Melissa.
Everybody.
Yay.
So, you know how they talk about bands, right?
Yes, yes,
And then
yes,
the
yes.
bands are really doing well and
Yes.
they're really hitting the charts until one member of the band separates and leaves you, and then it's disaster. Is that to do their own thing, you know, to
Yeah,
go
yeah, yeah.
solo. So during COVID, we had a really good band.
Yes.
You know what I mean? There was me, there was you, there was Erica, and there was Melissa.
Yes.
And then Melissa just said, I'm out, no more. And the band fell apart.
Yes, that band name was Tonight at Dunamis.
United Dunamis. The band fell apart. I tell you, there was too many opinions out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
The band fell apart. But I just wanted to give a warm welcome to Melissa.
Thank you.
It's nice to have you back, and which is really wonderful.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Amen.
Welcome, Melissa.
And actually, we're just talking, weren't we, Ed? And the switch is not doing anything.
I
Okay.
am. I'm paying attention.
Never went once again to Melissa or to you, but it goes.
Sometimes I miss the moment, and then it would be awkward to switch. Sorry.
She did good getting herself.
Yeah,
there.
she got herself though.
Yeah,
Sorry,
okay,
Melissa.
good. So,
There's Ed.
yeah. So what I was talking about was there is a conversation that we had that there's a probability. Now we
Yeah.
don't know for sure, but a probability in the future that under the licensing, is that right?
Oh, YouTube licensing.
The
yes,
YouTube
yes.
license, there could be a change. Explain that.
Yeah, so right now when it comes to YouTubers or online creators who do publish to YouTube, if they wanted to use music from like Sony or Warner Brothers, nope, sorry, you could just get instantly copyright claimed. And you can't use their music at all. Like there's no if, ands, or buts or
So for
exceptions.
example, we can
Yeah.
even see it sometimes on things you put on. And it says the content of this
Is
is
muted.
being muted
Yeah.
because not licensed. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
not licensed, don't have the copyright, blah, blah, blah. But then you look at stuff like TikTok, for example, and that's just riddled with copyrighted music.
Yes.
But then the publishers realize, oh, when we just let them have free reign with our copyrighted music, it actually gets more advertising, free advertising.
More sales.
More sales as well.
People
'cause
buy
it's-
the song.
It's getting out there more. So
Yeah.
YouTube is working with these music publishers right now to work out deals and whatnot so that YouTubers or online creators can just have access, free reign to the music without needing to apply, get licensing. It's just all automated under the YouTube account itself.
Yeah.
And so you never know. You might hear an actual radio station.
Yo,
from
so
it.
we said,
Maybe.
Ed, wouldn't it be great if we could do at least a morning? We go if we did it mornings all through the week, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? Like get just different team on it. We have to get different. What do I call your job?
What, me?
Yeah, besides my friend there. But what? Is
Oh,
your
I
job?
mean, my official name here is technical director.
Okay, so we need a couple more technical directors. Okay, but wouldn't it be fun if we could do that? You know,
Yes, have a morning show.
We thought of, and you can do of what we would call our morning show.
Yes.
Okay, so Shaun and Ed. Did you know what we came up with, Erica?
Shed.
Shed. S-H-E. And it wasn't picked me first because of seniority. It's just because it rhymes shed. If you did E-D-S-H, it'd be Edsha.
Yeah, well, I wanted
Edsha.
Ed yawn, but I don't think
No.
that would work.
And then if Erica came on, but we wouldn't get her up in the morning, I can tell you that. Okay? But if we had her come, I think we could call it S-H-E-D-E-R, Shedder.
Shedder in the morning.
Shedder.
Shedder.
Or for just you two, it could be Edwan because of Edward. Edwan.
Yeah, but where am I in it?
The on from Shaun.
Edwan, like Shaun, Owen, Edwan, Ed and Shaun. Though we'll stick
Have
with
you got
Shed in the
anything where
morning.
there's just crickets or frogs playing? in the background?
Yeah.
Shed is better. I
You get
agree.
it.
Well, yeah, we'll keep
What's
it
that,
Shed.
Erica? Play that. Okay, that's right. Yeah, that's what I think of Erica's idea. Okay.
Oh my goodness, it's almost been 10 minutes and we haven't talked about anything.
I know.
There is a reason why Melissa's here, right, Shaun?
There is a reason why Melissa is here. Okay, the intelligent young woman.
Yes.
Okay, and so it comes in because of all of the rates and interest rates and things happening. And as we know, that yesterday was No, not yesterday. 2 days ago, Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah.
Today's Thursday, right? Oh, it's been such a busy week. So Tuesday was the first Tuesday in the month, which means
RBA.
That's it.
interest rates. Okay, it's when the CPI, which is Consumer Price Index, which is just a measuring tool, measures what the prices are, how much spending we're doing, importing over exporting. And then the Reserve Bank is the teacher with the big ruler that either says inflation's up or down. And remember, the magic number is around about the 2 to 3. And if it's around that 2 to 3, that means it stays as it is. It drops under. That means we're dropping. Inflation's dropping. And so they might drop the interest rates. But when it goes over, it goes up. And don't forget, last week, the Australian ranking or evaluation in regards to inflation jumped from 6.1 to 7.3.
Uh-oh.
With the prediction, Miss Melissa, that
the Prime Minister predicted that by Christmas it'd be at 8%.
So, of course, I don't know how much weight these guys really have because
it's all
it doesn't seem to have
predictions.
control. Because wasn't it the same the same guy who said that we're going to do special tax breaks and you're going to have 200? Well, that's 2025, then the last budget has been ranked as one of the least enjoyed or least celebrated budgets in several decades.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants a little bit of lolly money in the pocket.
Yeah.
And what happens, even though everybody suffers, the lower your income, the worse you're going to experience what's happening.
That's right.
Why is that, Ed?
Because of the demons at work. The demons at work.
The cost of living that everybody has to pay, whether you're rich or poor. But if you have less money, so affordability of petrol.
Yes.
Okay, my wife's car used to be about $70 to fill up. It's $100 now.
Oh my goodness.
So it was only $70. That's $100. I can only imagine what some other vehicles are. And so you got petrol's up, groceries are up. You have energy, power, electricity's up, gas. I know gas has gone up, but we're not so heavy on gas here. It's more the other states. Electricity's up. All these things are up. Housing is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Housing is ridiculous. I mean, I understand that rental places now are only doing 6-month leases because they want you to keep it 6 months so they can lift it up again. So they're just
my
crazy.
goodness.
I know
Yeah.
one person, 8 Mile Plains, rented a house. And theirs went up $150 a week. I know somebody else from Holland Park, theirs went up $200 a week. I actually saw in the
goodness,
paper, and I don't know if it went through, that somebody's just leasing out one room
I heard about this.
for $800 a week. Now, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
It could be an incredible room. I don't know.
Yeah,
But I just find it hard to believe. Do you know, this is the other thing I only found out this week. If you have your own caravan,
Yes.
right? And you just want to put it on a powered site just down the road here.
Yeah.
So I'm not talking about the theme park areas, where they got like waterfalls, but just an ordinary caravan park.
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And of course, they say you need a sewage connection for running it. How much do you think it costs a week? Oh, you got your own caravan,
Yeah.
so you just want to put it on a site.
Yes.
Okay, so they supply you with power and sewage where you got to empty out your sewage. How much do you think it costs a week?
A week. Oh my goodness. 200.
400
a week.
400, and there are others way more expensive.
Oh my goodness.
That's just down the road here. 400.
Oh my.
The more touristy, the more expensive it would be.
That's right,
Yeah.
because I heard the one down at Helensvale has one of those slide things, and it was 500 a week.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Because that's more holiday. But I
Yeah.
mean, like, it's just, who would ever think that if you had your own van, I mean, what would it cost if you had to rent a van there? I don't know. That would be more. But if you had your own caravan,
Yeah.
I mean, 400 a week.
Wondering just to park it. Just to park it.
Yeah, on the area.
Oh my goodness.
You got to think the caravan park's making money.
Yeah.
Or trailer park,
Trailer
as
park,
the Americans would say. Right, Erica? Trailer park. You call them a trailer park.
So I just
She's
found
not
the
answering
article.
me again. She's
Oh,
cheeky.
I found the article.
What?
$800 for a room in Western Sydney suburb Schofields. $800 a week for a room.
Oh my goodness.
It's not within the inner city.
Yeah,
It's like up to 500 kilometers from the CBD.
What?
500. Yeah, but
No,
there's a
55. 55 kilometers. Sorry.
big difference on the digits.
Sorry.
Okay, but it's just hard to believe that anybody be paying that. I mean, they might ask that, doesn't mean they get that. But I also heard the saying, "Oh, house prices are dropping." I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
It's got to do with demand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And read that since COVID all the way through, there's been like 100,000 Southerners migrated here.
Yeah.
I've never seen the traffic as bad.
Yeah. It's been awful.
Every time I've had to Gold Coast, it's just rotten.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm not talking about stay away from school hours, but I had to go down there for luncheon yesterday.
Yes.
It was rotten. And then coming back, it was even worse. I got back about 1:32.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't move on that traffic.
Oh,
it was just,
no.
I've never seen it so bad.
Yeah.
But it'd have to be, I've never seen so many cars being sold during COVID.
Yeah.
So all those cars are going to be driving somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder where.
So on the road, Ed.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So let me read this and let me get Melissa's thing. So it was reported in the Courier Mail that rate rise tips to. Oh well, that's just why I want to get there, but comes across. But just talking about the thing. So it says the Courier Mail said despair is an increasingly common feeling in Australian households as interest rate rise number hits number. So it's the seventh time we've had an interest rate.
Yeah.
Okay. The Reserve Bank Melbourne Cup Day cash rate of 0.25% means repayments on variable mortgages have risen 40% since May.
Yeah.
40%.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's it. So the issue is that it's the first Tuesday of each month by which the Reserve Bank states has going to handle it.
Yeah.
But there's only 1 month in the year where the Reserve Bank says nothing.
Is it June around tax time?
January.
January.
Sick and tired of you hanging. Oh, don't worry about it. All right, but January.
Yeah.
All right, so January because that's a holiday. It's the second.
Oh,
it's the first
yeah.
Tuesday's Christmas,
Yeah.
just after New Year's. So that means January there'll be nothing.
Nothing,
So
yeah.
I actually think,
Yes.
and I am not a financial person, not like Melissa here. So I'm not a financial person, and Scott, if you listen to, I'm not a financial person. But I actually think I wouldn't be surprised that because January won't be running and because there's a big buy because of Christmas, I reckon it could be 50 points,
Oh my goodness.
half a percentage point come December to make up for January.
Man.
And so as long as as long as we're doing so much buying, which we are, hasn't dropped, inflation's going to keep going. We've got to stop spending.
Yeah.
So as long as that's happening, it's not going to drop down. So I just see it going up and up.
Yeah.
The USA just announced in the last 24 hours that it just put up its interest rates 0.75%, 0.75%. That's huge.
Huge, yeah.
I think, was it Erica telling me that the interest rates in the US of A was just really going up skyrocket? They had the lowest I can think of, wasn't it? It was minus, but it's gone crazy over there. You got any friends or people who mortgages over there or stuff?
Yes, I do. I would have to touch base with them.
But of course, it depends which part of the US of A you live in.
Yeah, well, obviously, most of my contacts are in California at the moment, so they usually get hit pretty quick and early.
Well, the interesting thing about America is you got so many extremes. Like over here, okay, you got Melbourne,
Tasmania. That's a different continent,
Melbourne,
basically.
Sydney. Tasmania is a state. I'm talking about cities. The word is Hobart. So Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, pretty much they're all in. They're not. I mean, I know Sydney's the highest, but they're all pretty much in that area.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But in US of A, the real estate is extreme. So, like for example, $1 million in California is just a little tiny house.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I mean, nothing extreme. $2 million, you know, in New York is just tiny.
Yeah, yeah.
But then for $400,000 in Houston, Texas, you get this mansion.
Yeah, mansion.
I mean, a
yeah.
mansion
Yeah.
in there. And then out where Erica lived, which is in Oklahoma. What's your town called?
Laverne.
Laverne? Is Shirley next door?
Where's Shirley?
Yeah, Laverne and Shirley. Okay, before your time.
Yeah.
Okay, so Laverne, the population of,
1,300.
Wow.
that's 1,300.
Dang.
Okay, so the house, how much land would the average house have? Quarter acre?
I'm like, so I would say like my parents' block of land is, don't quote me on this because I'm not good at measuring.
Excuse me, you're on air
Okay, well,
speaking.
I would
You
say-
are being quoted.
I
being
feel like
quoted.
my mom's property is like 8,000 square meters compared, because Andres' parents is 2,000 square meters, and I'd say,
Okay, so
oh,
it's
maybe
at-
6,000.
okay, so it's around about a quarter of an acre.
I should clarify.
Yeah, that's okay.
I might come back
All
with
right,
a better
and
answer.
how big of a house is it?
It's like, our house is small. It's 3-bed, 2-bath, but it's like long and narrow.
This
It's
is
not very
in
big.
Laverne.
Yeah.
Okay, and
And-
what would that cost? It's a brick house.
Can I text my mom and then get back to you so I can find out her purchase price, because it was crazy when she bought it. And
No, I just mean what it'd be worth now.
oh,
not back when your
okay,
mum
I'll look
bought
it up. I'll look it up. I'll get back.
I mean,
to you.
even when I look back to what I paid in my house, like when I built my house,
Yeah.
what's that, 20 years ago, I think the house was $180,000 to build.
Oh, wow.
And the land, I guess, was $79,000. So let's just say, let's bring that over at 240, 260. Okay, 260. Now they're trying to tell me it's worth over $1.7 million, which I find hard to
What?
believe. Yeah, so, but I mean, it's not money in my pocket.
Oh, yeah.
Where am I going to live?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But
yeah.
I'm just saying, it's ridiculous.
Crazy.
The land areas. But what I'm trying to say in America.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
This is
need
Erica.
I need to do math.
Okay, just do it roughly. I'll help you out.
Okay, well, it says it's 1,751 square feet. So I don't know what that is.
Okay, let's not worry about the land
Okay,
size.
and
Okay,
it's
so
worth
an average.
96,000.
Yeah, $96,000. So
400.
let's just say it's 130,000, 135,000
Oh,
Australian.
sorry.
Still cheap.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cheap, right?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
You-
Yes.
In
The
America,
diversity, yeah,
you
yeah,
got
yeah.
more extremes.
More extremes, yeah.
You know what I mean? Where, like Australia is pretty much consistent. You know, you might get
In a couple
$100
of
grand
cities
difference,
and stuff too,
but
yeah.
here you can have $1 million difference.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? So the cost of a house out there in Laverne is 10% or even lower than what you get in California
Yeah.
or New York.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you go to Houston for $400,000 or $500,000. You got this 5-bedroom, 5-bath,
yeah,
double
yeah, yeah.
garage. I mean, like swimming pool, full brick, like a palatial mansion. So, whereas Australia is more these consistent area. I'm not
Yeah,
saying one's
yeah.
better than the other.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah, yeah.
America's better because you got a choice.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm just saying these extremes. So, Melissa, so let's clarify your role. Besides being a pastor and the role you do, you have your own business called.
Yes. Melissa Donnelly Accounting Services.
I understand you're changing that now.
We're rebranding, yes.
Yeah.
So Cooper has started working with me. So he's
Yo.
studying accounting. He wants to rebrand.
So let me clarify. Cooper is the son.
Second son,
Okay,
yes.
the second
Yes,
son.
yes.
And he's married.
Yep.
And Ashley?
Yep.
Yep. And he has been doing all his accountancy areas and
Yeah.
everything else.
Yeah.
And so it's now a bit of a family
Yeah.
gig.
Yep.
Okay. So I imagine
Yep.
you couldn't use your maiden name now. So.
No, that's right. He wants to put O'Brien in it. So, yeah.
TaD, I was talking to your wonderful husband. We're at the markets at Well, we left here at 5:30 this morning, and he was just bragging on his son and just
Yeah.
saying how proud he was and
Yeah, we
how
are.
he
Yeah.
wants to. You've run it like a business,
Yeah.
and he wants to run it to a corporation or
Yeah.
something. You know, I mean, he's got this grand.
Right.
thing.
He
So-
does.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
good for
Yeah,
him.
that's
You know,
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
And, so anyhow, so you work in the finances, and you're a
Yep.
chartered accountant.
Yep.
You have your degree,
Yep.
accountancy in areas. So in your role or your position, because you deal with people's finance all the time, so we're not talking about anyone's private areas.
Yeah.
Do you still have its tax in there? Okay, yeah. So private areas. What are you feeling out in the marketplace?
It's interesting because this year particularly I've felt, and it actually goes to one of my tips, but I've felt that I don't know if it's particularly just the people and clients that I'm dealing with, but people are okay. And I think through COVID, the different stimulus and things that happened allowed people to build up their savings. So just the general consensus of what I'm feeling is people are doing okay, but that's not to say it's going to stay that way.
Yes.
So,
So-
my understanding is, and correct me where I'm wrong, because again, I'm not a financial analyst, but my understanding is that they say next year there's going to be a whole different change, not because of the interest rates, but because a lot of people are coming off their fixed mortgage
That's
rates.
right, yeah.
A lot of people only did 12 months.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
you did 3 or 4.
We did 3. Yeah.
And a lot of people only did 12 months. And when they come off,
Yeah.
they're in for a bit of a surprise.
That's right. They're coming off into a market or a market where the rates are huge. So they're going to have to, they're going, if they locked in for 12 months, they probably locked in around 2 or 3% for 12 months. So they're coming out in the new year into something that's going to look like 7 or more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So could be 8.
Yep.
So I heard it said that if the average home loan is $500,000,
Yeah.
that's average.
Yeah.
I find that hard to accept. I've never.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well, yeah. So if average, my first home loan was $30,000.
Whoa,
My
yeah.
second home loan,
Yeah.
was $80,000,
Oh.
and my third home loan was $180,000.
Yeah, same with my mum's when she got her house. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't imagine.
Yeah.
The area is like no more homes. So it's just incredible. But
Man.
they say that an average 500,000 loan, if you take it over since May with the 7 increases,
Yeah.
it's like an increase of around.
10,000 I read.
No,
10,000
I heard it
per
was
year.
2,000
Oh,
a
two,
month,
yeah.
1 to 2,000 a
Yes.
month increase. Maybe it's
Yes.
1,000 a month increase.
Yep.
So it'd be like
Yeah.
$250 a week.
Yeah.
So roughly.
That's
there.
just since May to now.
May to now. Yeah, so around about $1,000 a month. That's on 500,000.
And I find lots of people have more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then you
So
count
around
other things.
750.
So I've got 10 tips that I have for dealing with the interest rates.
Yeah.
But who am I?
Pastor Shaun.
That's right. That's who am I. So I would like to hear Melissa's 6. You have 6,
I
you
have
said?
6.
6?
Yeah, 'cause I
So I
sort
want to
of-
hear 6. Now,
Yeah.
let me just make this clear for the record. I have not been privy to your 6, correct?
Okay. You haven't.
What do you mean,
No.
okay?
You haven't.
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
And to make it privy, Melissa has read all of my 10.
No.
Okay, so we're going to see. No. No, we deliberately have not looked at each
Okay,
other's
all right,
notes.
So
Okay.
some might double up, but we'll see.
Well, yeah.
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 Okay.
Hopefully, I have a couple extras
Yeah.
because I have 10.
Yeah.
Yes.
And why do I have 10?
I don't know.
Because
It's a
10 is a test.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Because
yes.
10's a test.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. It was a bit late there on the feedback on me there, Erica, but it's okay.
Oh, excuse
good. That's all right. All right. Go ahead, Melissa.
right, so
number 1.
number
drum
1.
roll, please.
Oh,
You don't have a drum roll?
I don't have a drum roll. Sorry.
What happened to it? Or whatever noise you got.
I don't have. Number 1.
No, that's not good. I want something a bit more.
All right,
Give me another sound.
I'll
there.
find it. Look here. There you go. Number 1.
You had a drum roll.
That's a rim shot.
That's for jokes.
That's a joke.
Oh, okay. Give me another sound. That's probably applicable. That'll do. Number
All right.
1.
Number 1. Talk to your lender.
Talk to your lender.
And if that means refinancing or getting a better rate, that is what it might be. But at least talk to your lender, because a lot of people are trying to go through it and do it on their own. But their lender, I know for when we locked ours in, Danny called them up and they said, oh, yeah, we can offer you a better rate.
Oh.
And so they're not going to voluntarily
Oh yeah.
give you that, but you need to contact them and talk
Well, that's
to
the
your
same
lender.
thing as paying weekly.
Yeah,
They won't volunteer that.
that's right.
Oh,
No, they'll tell
Yeah.
you monthly because they make more money because it's each daily rate.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So, okay, so talk to your
Talk to
lender.
your lender.
Number one.
All right,
That's
all right.
good.
Number 2, consolidate your debts.
Consolidate your debt. Do you know what that means, Ed?
it means put it all into one big debt.
And minimize
Right,
it.
right.
And minimize your
That's
debt.
what it means.
Yes, it does kind of mean. Yes. And I did give counsel to a married couple
Yes.
over a year ago because they had their home debt and they had a car debt and they had 2 credit card debts. And I said, bring it all into the home.
Yes.
Do you know why the home?
Better rates?
Yeah, it's a lower rate and it becomes more control. And you're making one payment
Yeah.
Yeah.
instead of multiple payments. So
Yeah.
consolidate your debt is
That's
very
good.
true. Yeah.
Number 3, this was one I read and I don't agree with it, but
Hang on.
necessarily.
You got a confusion thing there?
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I don't necessarily agree with it, but for some people's circumstances, it might be okay.
It's not rubber bank, is it?
No.
Okay. 'Cause we're a Christian program.
Well, that's one of my tips.
Yeah, okay.
You might, in talking to your lender, you might be able to switch to interest only for a period of time.
I have that down.
You do?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll talk about that later
Yeah.
on.
Okay, so I'll skip that then.
So you said you don't. You can say
No,
it.
I'd only because
Oh.
I like to see principal being paid.
I understand. But
Yeah.
in my personal view, that if it is really, really hard out
That's
there,
right. Yeah.
okay, like you're struggling,
Yes.
all right, then do interest for now.
That's right.
In the basic principle is so you can live.
That's right.
I'd prefer someone to do interest only and keep their home
That's exactly right. Yeah.
instead of doing principal with interest. That means
And then
paying
lose
the debt
it.
and
Oh,
lose
yeah.
their home.
That's right.
Ah,
Or
okay.
this and that. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's only for the bank will only let you do it for so long. So
That's
normally
right.
they'll fix it at a year or something.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, okay.
so
Yeah.
they'll say, okay, we'll do this for a year, then we'll come back and visit with you there.
Yeah.
And normally a bank would be okay in that because I know there's enough equity in a home right now.
Yes. Yeah.
And as long as the price homes don't fall, then you're in trouble.
That's right.
So you said you don't necessarily. Did it
Not in
help
all-
change your mind?
It did. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I do support that view.
Yeah. Yeah.
If things are that bad,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I mentioned it before. If you have savings,
Yep.
like I mentioned during COVID, a lot of families were able to build up their savings. Use that. Don't hold on to that thinking that you can't spend it or saving it for a rainy day. If you have savings, use it to pay off your debt.
Okay. Now I have an interesting thing on that too, because I talk about budgeting, and I do talk about having a minimal amount of savings for
Yeah.
what I call emergencies.
Yes.
So I normally try and say to people, you need to have like a $2,000 emergency account. That doesn't mean, so one new pair of shoes. I mean, it's an emergency account.
Yeah.
So what's
Yes.
an emergency? It could be the rates bill.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
need to budget for it. It could be the fridge breaks.
Yes.
It could be mechanic works needed in the car.
Yes.
Yep.
So I still think when you say savings, this is just my opinion.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying
Yeah.
I'm right.
Yeah.
I still encourage people to have that or have a withdrawal principle in the bank. So,
Yes.
for example, they got to check their loans to see if their loan allows them to
Have
withdraw.
an offset. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
A
withdrawal.
redraw. Yep.
A redraw
Yep.
if they've done enough for emergency. So if they can't do a redraw, this is just me
Yeah.
saying you still need an emergency account.
Oh, absolutely.
yes.
But
Yeah.
don't use that for Christmas gifts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
See, a lot of people aren't strict enough on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's almost like if you have the 2,000 and you had a family member you could trust, all the best. Okay. And then you say, hold that in case I have a need. But you
Yeah,
don't want to
yeah,
go back
I've,
to the
I've heard for the emergency fund specifically actually creating a separate account so that you're not constantly seeing it
course,
daily.
that's what we're saying.
Where you
Yeah.
access it.
Yeah.
It's intentional where you have to access it.
That's what I meant. So,
Yeah.
so I believe that you have your tithes. Well, this is who I am.
Yes.
I believe in an emergency account and it comes to area. So for me, my emergency account is more than that. So my emergency account is I work out what 6 months cost is.
Oh, okay.
Then my goal is to have 6 months cash saved up.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Wow.
Right. So if it was house payment, car payment, whatever else.
Yeah.
Now I'm not saying you had that straight away.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
you're working towards having a
Towards
6
it.
month account saved
Yeah.
up and put away so that some people do 3 months. Well, obviously, you're going to get 3 months before 6 months.
Yeah.
So that if you lost your job,
Yes.
okay, or something else, you do have basics to help get you through a period of time.
Yeah.
But that, I'm just saying, and of course, you're going to say, well, it's hard times. That's when you need it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
do you have it? But it's true. Yeah, go on, Melissa,
we
it's
called
very
it
good.
when
Yeah.
Danny and I started doing that. We called it our famine account, so that if
Famine
we went
account.
through a time of famine, then
Danny also had his dream account.
yeah,
No, he did.
yeah,
You know, yeah, he's dreaming for a motorbike. He
Oh.
said that one there. He's dreaming for a Sea-Doo. He had
Yeah.
an account there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dreaming for his never motorbike comes there. I don't know what his dream account is now, but he has dream
Yeah.
accounts.
that actually leads me into my fifth point, which is looking at your budget.
Yeah.
And I know there are things always that we can cut off our budget.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that might mean not eating out once a
Oh,
week.
yeah.
That
Yeah,
might
of course.
mean not doing those special things that are just luxuries.
Oh, streaming services. Maybe go a month
Yeah.
without them.
Yeah.
It's amazing what.
Go a month without
Why
him.
not? Go a couple of months. Cut them off. I
How
don't
about
know.
you just see some?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yes.
Go a month without him.
Sorry.
He's a single guy here. Everything about him. I'm not drinking
Yeah.
anything right now. It's okay. You can
Sorry.
fool me. Okay. Erica always gets me
just need
when
to-
I'm having a sip.
I feel like people need context. What I see is in front of me. I don't see what's happening there, and I go based on what I'm hearing.
Yeah, whatever.
So obviously I miss it sometimes.
Do you not have a
Excuse me.
camera lens over there for us? So just put it there.
Well, she could just look.
I can look. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse
Okay.
me.
So, but yeah, I mean that's just an important thing is that budgeting council.
Absolutely.
There are
so good.
programs that are in existence.
Yes.
I think through the Uniting Church and others that offer free of charge budgeting, financial counseling and budgeting. They do offer it,
Yeah.
but I find a lot of people don't like it
Yeah.
Yes.
because it's the pressure of it.
Yeah.
And I sat with a couple. I didn't go for all the dollars, bits, and things, but I went through the basic areas of percentage and areas just to help out. And
Yeah,
they're in
yeah.
a new home now.
Oh, wow.
And they said they're doing a whole lot better and things and strategies. And you'd be amazed how finances create so much stress on marriage.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We call it the 3 Gs: gold, girls, I suppose you could say guys as well now, okay, and glory, which is pride.
Yeah.
And we say that if one of these things break, okay, then intimacy, relationships break down. You know what I mean? So communication, you know what I mean, is really important.
Yes.
Okay. But finances affects intimacy, all those things there. So budgeting is important. Do you find people come to you for
Yeah,
budgeting?
definitely. And that's the first thing that I have to say is I can help you and I can put things in place, but at the end of it, you have to do it. I
Yeah.
can't be there physically every time you're swiping your card. So, I've
So
had
what's the
lots of
biggest
people-
thing people swipe cards on?
Takeaway,
Oh, yeah.
fast food because it's convenient.
Yeah, but it's not healthy.
No.
Yeah, and still people complain about groceries.
Yeah.
But still, like someone said to me, "Oh, I can't afford meat." I said, "Well, what shop do you go to?" Because I'm in Woolies and Woolies
Yeah.
every week.
Yeah.
So I get the groceries, and forever. Now, my dog lives on some good meat, so I won't lie to you. Okay, very good meat.
Yeah.
But I find they have good meat. Like I can pick up lamb chop things and everything else. 6 lamb chop things there for $15 on sale.
Yeah.
I can pick up pork steaks, 2 pork chops, $10
Yep,
for
yep.
2. I've even found steaks, good steaks.
Yes.
Pack of 4 for $15. And I notice all the time. I said, "Where do you get this?" There's always got this, and then they got lamb. The area they have got good deals.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then in mince, I don't know what is that. They got like 800 grams of pork mince for
Yep.
$10.
Yeah. Wow.
You know what I mean? You might like, but I'm just saying it's got it there. Beef mince is more expensive, but I wouldn't touch mince because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just trash food. It is. It's got all preservatives put in it. But I would go, and it's all the funny ends of the animal they put in it.
The junk.
But I'd go for there's good clean meat there, which
Yeah.
is
Yes.
so if you figure out, I saw 4 steaks, nice steaks,
Yep.
okay, $15.
Yep.
Or big pork chops, $10 for 2. So, $5. You get a couple of vegetables in the area there. That's not going to cost you more than $2, $3.
Yep.
You get some beans or Brussels or whatever else. You got a meal there at a good price compared to what you're paying at takeaway
Yeah,
and the health
yeah,
fairs. You
yeah.
can go do good stuff.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that's just talking about good meat.
Yeah.
You can go do less good meat. So, for example, because I do it all the time, it's chunks of lamb, big chunks of lamb, okay, for stew and anything else.
Oh, yeah.
There's 500 grams, okay, for $13. Well, 500 grams is
Nice.
a pun like so big.
Yeah.
You want if you're one person, you need a handful, so that'll be about 4 handfuls.
Yeah,
4 to
yeah.
5 handfuls. Okay, that'll do you for like 4 or 5 meals.
Yeah.
You have some rice.
Have some rice, yeah.
You know what I mean? And it comes in. That's good food.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And fruit. So there are good fruit values. You can get a packet of little apples. Good kids ones here. You get 5 in a packet.
Yep.
All right. Wouldn't be like only $3.50
Yep.
for a packet of 5.
Yeah.
So I'm not talking to someone. I do the grocery shopping, so I know
Yes,
what's
yes,
there.
yeah.
So I'm telling you, there is good price things, but you stay away from the candy.
Yep.
All right, lollies, I should say.
Why are you looking at me when you're saying that?
Well, because somebody's been flogging my cornet drumstick ice blocks.
not me.
Yeah, well, I heard you scoffed
I
a couple.
paid for those.
Well, let me just say the payment didn't come through to the
Yeah.
church.
Okay.
All right. So if you did pay, somebody made money. All right. So it didn't come through here. We have had to put padlocks, Melissa,
Yes,
I know.
yes.
on our freezers, 2
Yes.
freezers, because I had it stashed up with these drumsticks, which I don't eat, because I heard certain staff felt fortunate to get them from my fridge. So our freezers. So we have padlocked them right now.
I just need to say that it wasn't.
Oh,
me.
you're repenting?
No, I just
Confess?
found in the other freezer. Have you checked the other freezer? Because there are some in there.
We
Pastor
padlocked that
Sandra
too.
did.
No, the tall one. In the bottom, in the tall one. So just
I'll have a
saying
look.
they could be in
After
the
this
other
meeting,
one.
we're going
Okay.
down there. So
All right, here we
stop
go.
flogging the drumsticks.
There
Ice
you
cream
go.
inspections.
Yes. I'm going to pat you down. I thought you were doing that, healthy living for me.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Whatever. Certainly at our markets, we're selling for $2 each.
I
Ed?
think discipline definitely comes into it. You have to
Absolutely.
be very disciplined.
Yes.
You can have the best budget in the world, but unless you're disciplined to actually make it happen
Stick to it.
and being smart and wanting to do it.
And may I add this, okay, is that the person, if you're married, what'd you laughing at?
Danny said there's a secret camera watching.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Ed. Okay. So on the bloopers, we'll be showing you like this. Ed, like,
Yeah. yeah.
so let me just say this, that in the budgeting in the home, I'm talking about husband and wife.
Yeah.
Please understand it's not meaning, well, because he's the man, he's got to do it. I say it's whoever is
Yeah.
best at the numbers.
That's right.
It doesn't matter. It's the lady or the man. Just whoever is best.
Yeah.
Some marriages, it's the lady. Some marriages, I was talking to Conor Lobb, and he says the biggest battle right now is finances because Margaret looked after
Did
all
it
the
all.
finances.
Oh,
wow.
wow.
And I know Sanders
Wow.
thinks that about what happened to me.
Yeah.
So let me just say this. Please don't be a chauvinist.
Yes,
That's
yes.
right.
Don't be narcissistic.
Yes.
Okay. Please understand that that it's got nothing to do with gender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to do with who does best managing it.
Yes.
right.
So
yes.
please take that to heart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoever's best at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a male thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's whoever's best at
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, it comes in.
And
Go ahead.
communication is the key.
Yeah, communication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last point
Ooh.
is don't give up.
That's
Stay strong and do what you can, and don't give up on your giving.
Yeah. That's good.
And this
That's
isn't
good.
a plug just for tithes and offerings, but God will get you through it if
That's
you're
right.
making
Yes.
Him Lord over your finances
That's right.
and continue to stay strong and be faithful.
Yes,
Then
yes.
you will come through it.
That's right.
Yes.
What was the key word she said in that sentence?
Faithfulness.
No. If.
If. Oh.
Yeah.
If you put God first.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's going to require
Faith.
faith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Erica?
When Andres and I were in school in California, we were very poor. And sometimes we would
How
be,
poor?
We would be choosing between petrol and food sometimes. But the Lord always provided. I will say every time a check came in the mail or someone made a direct deposit. But what I was going to say is when we were doing it really tough, the way that we managed our budget was we actually got cash out and we put it in envelopes for each budget. And that was what we had. When it was
Very
gone,
good.
it was gone.
Yeah.
We didn't spend what we didn't have. So there's definitely strategies of how you can be faithful with what you have and steward what you have well.
So in
So
your
good.
marriage, who manages the finances?
Okay, so we work together. Andreas actually does way more of the brain stuff now. I used to just do it completely, but now he does way more. because my mom brain is a bit different now.
In your marriage, who does it?
I do it, but like I said, communication, because
Yeah.
that was one of our downfalls in early days, was that I was just doing it
Yeah,
and not communicating. So
Yeah.
then Danny, we'd be in a tough time and he had no idea.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
he wanted to be a part of it
Yeah.
and be involved. So although he doesn't do the physical side of paying bills and
Yeah.
that sort of
But
thing,
he's still
we're
very
still
much
involved.
there.
Yeah.
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 Ed, with you and your mum, who did? No, I'm joking. So, what do you like at budgeting?
Well, I took your advice, and I now have at least 2,000 in my savings now that I'm not touching
good.
as
Yeah.
an
That's really
emergency
good.
now. So
Oh, that's good.
I've
I
saved
haven't
up to
heard that.
Oh yeah. Well, it only happened like maybe a month ago. I was
so good.
I was like
girls, isn't
hardcore
that he
saving.
saved 2,000 in a month? There's a catch. Okay.
Well, and I'm thinking about investing at some point.
Well, yeah. We talked about that
Yeah.
too. Yeah, which I think is going to be a great market coming
Yeah.
up. In my relationship, again, it's the same communication. Sandra, I think I'd like Sandra to get more involved, but she does as well. So, like, my wife's love language is gifts. My love language, Ed,
Is acts of service.
that's right. We've talked about that. The gate, right? Yep. So,
I do it. Okay.
like, Ed, when you come to church before me on Sunday, open the two gates. Because, you know.
I got work to do. I got
So I
work to
said, Ed, it's my love language.
It's like,
it'll be done.
yeah,
So
it'll
thank
be
you,
done.
Ed.
That's so
Okay.
good. It'll be done.
So it comes in well. But,
Can I say one more thing?
yeah, please.
For me, Andres and I love budgeting. For me, my perspective is that budget isn't supposed to strangle you, and it's not supposed to like feel like you can't live. Budgeting is for freedom so that you can live the way that you want to live. So it's actually not supposed to be restrictive. It's supposed to be empowering.
Yeah, that's a good word.
Yeah, that's good.
Now, when Sandra and I were first married, the first couple of years, our tension was only over one thing: money.
Wow.
Oh,
That was it, because we were just living hard from the church. The church was really hard. Those days you had to live faith, except for the senior pastor, you had to live faith.
yeah.
It was really hard. And no one taught us anything.
Oh wow.
And it took a while, which means tears and all that,
Yes.
to where I'd say, well, here's, your weekly whatever for that budgeting that area there and doing things and getting through. So Sandra would be thinking like, well, if I want any money to myself, I got to make sure I don't buy too much. And then if I went shopping with her and I wanted razors or I wanted something else, she thought it comes out of a budget and and I realized it caused so much tension.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So in the end, I just said to her, well, how much money do you want a week? We're talking about it quite a few years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. And 30 so years ago.
Yes.
And she was like, well, I need $30 or $40 a week, just private, meaning
Yeah.
no house stuff.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Oh, yeah,
just for herself. If she
Yeah.
wanted to do hair or get a dress, whatever else,
Yeah.
she could save it up. So when we went shopping, I said, trust me. So she thought I was going to take it, but I said, no, that's separate now. So that was the
That's so
breakthrough
good.
I had there, was learning how to do that. And that was an issue that we had.
Yes, yes.
Now, my wife has never, ever done credit cards or things. So
Oh, wow.
it's always cash.
Yeah.
So her love language is cash, so she can just have it to spend. So when I give her money for her birthday and whatever else or Christmas, she doesn't spend it all at once.
Oh,
But
yeah,
she'll make that go over a certain length of time. All right, so let me go through my 10
Ooh, 10 tips.
and the
Yes.
similarity. Okay. Number one I have is, and I'm not saying I'm right on it, I'm just throwing in mine. I'm not trained as you are, so I'm just speaking on my side. Why is she laughing at me like that? Because she knows I'm not trained. No. Number one is chase a lower rate. Okay.
Yes.
Remember that banks offer to first home buyers a lower rate by a couple of points. So you did mention that. Okay. So chase a lower rate. Okay. So check several online. So what also works so good, and we talked to
Scott.
Scott
Yep.
a little ways back. He is a
Mortgage broker.
mortgage
Yeah.
broker, and this is a good time to go to mortgage brokers and let them work with you to get the best rate.
Yeah.
So even though people use mortgage to get their first home, it works even better. He also works with health funds and other areas as well, trying to get you that. So I would be saying, talk to other. Don't have this loyalty to your bank because your
Yes.
parents went there, someone else went to, because they don't give a rat's about you.
Yeah. True.
Okay. Doesn't matter all the nice soft music. We look after our environment. We care about you and the family. I still call Australia home. Whatever songs they have,
Yeah.
they don't care.
Yeah.
Okay. Number two is refinance.
Yeah.
Did you mention refinancing?
Ish. Yeah.
Ish.
in the one point with about talk to your lender. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this can be done with existing lender or a new one. Again, the area there. So think about if you have to refinance, because I think that's the thing that.
And on that one, just there are banks that offer cash incentives to switch to their products as well. Yeah.
Used to be where they charge you a fee, but they're also coming about.
Yeah.
But even look up, there's sometimes a fee for switching over, but they can still be way cheaper doing it in the long run.
That's right.
Number 3, I think you mentioned that, is speak up. Okay, now is not the time to suffer in silence. So talk to your lender as soon as possible if you have repayment worries, rather than seek deeper into debt spiral. So if you're finding it really hard now, speak to your lender.
Yes.
Say, look, we need to come in and see you. We're finding it really hard to meet these payments, because they will appreciate you talking to them.
Yeah.
Number 4, seek hardship help.
Yep.
Okay, this pandemic, has prompted people to become much better at dealing with customers. So the banks right now are being prepared and training their team to deal better with customers who are struggling financially. Okay.
On that, there's actually a national debt helpline. Can I say the number?
Yeah.
1-800-007-007.
So
That's the
repeat that again.
1-800-007-007
Oh,
for the national debt
James
helpline.
Bond. 1-800-007-007.
License to fix debt.
Yeah. What would I? Which James Bond would I be?
Sean
Connery. The bald
Connery,
head.
yeah.
What James Bond would Ed be?
What's the latest guy?
Oh, Daniel Craig?
Yeah, why not?
No, I would have said Roger Moore.
Oh, look, I don't know.
you
anyone
got
but
that funny
Daniel Craig.
humor, you know what I mean? Comes in there. All right. So seek hardship help, and like Erica said so well, there is a help hotline, so don't be scared to do that.
Danny said Jesus hotline in the chat.
Well, I agree.
Yeah.
But
Amen,
still,
amen.
Jesus still wants us to do some practical
That's
things in
right,
the
yeah.
area, so
Yes,
it comes
yes.
in. Number 5. This is the first time Danny's listened to us.
Yes.
Because
Yeah, I
Mel's
think
on?
so.
Yeah, I think so. Nice to have you, Mr. O'Brien. Okay. Reverend O'Brien. Number 5 is switch to interest only, which you had.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's going to be temporary.
Yeah, that's right.
Because the bank won't do it forever.
Yeah.
But you can still say, can you help me out? So if you're on a $500,000 loan, okay, you could be saving almost $850 a month.
Oh, wow.
Did you know that? So if you had a $500,000 loan and you are able to go to interest only, that can be $850 a month
Wow.
saving.
Yeah. Wow.
And that's on a 25-year mortgage. America does 30-year mortgages,
Yeah.
but here's 25 years.
Whoa.
That's how much you could save.
Yeah, wow.
Right? So that's a couple hundred a week.
Yeah.
So it's not long term.
Yeah.
Okay. But sometimes the banks, hardship teams can offer this or help you. All right. So I'm just saying it's recommended. And I know we're talking about the difficulties of it, but I still think if it's a
better than
short term
losing
thing,
your home.
it's
Yeah.
got to be, because the
Absolutely.
interest rates will come down, but it won't be for a while.
Yes.
Okay. Number 6, similar to what you said, Melissa, is consolidate your debts. Okay. So do not see your mortgage in isolation from other loans and consumer debts. Okay. So consolidate those higher interest borrowings, such as personal loans, credit cards, into lower interest mortgage rates. And, I've canceled this to several couples and they've done it. And then what happens, let's say you got bad credit card debts.
Yeah.
Consolidate it over and cut the card up.
Yeah,
Yes,
don't
yes.
continue.
You've got to cut that card up.
Yes.
So you've got to be able to work that card. If you can't, a lot of people can't cut that card
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
So don't just do it. You pay it off, transfer it over and cut it up, and
Yeah.
don't use it. Just
Yes.
use a debit card.
The similar thing at the moment, the popular thing at the moment is these afterpay things and zip
After
pays.
zip, yeah.
So they're not a physical card, but it's it's advertised as no interest. But as soon as you miss a payment, there's hefty penalties and
Yes.
stuff.
What is the
But
interest now?
I'm not sure, but it's
20%,
high.
21?
Yeah.
It's very high.
Yeah. So, and it's so convenient for people to get wrapped up in it. So I suggest you don't even have the accounts.
You should not
Yeah.
have it. Okay, so the issue is all about gratification.
No.
We
Yeah.
want to
Instant,
enjoy
yeah.
it now,
Yeah.
rather than pay later. So
Yes.
these should be things we're never allowed to do.
That's
Yes.
right.
Don't
Yes.
allow all the pretty trims to convince you. Don't do it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
wrong. Number 7, which is similar to what Melissa said, is go back to trim your spending. Okay, and nobody likes to make cuts to the spending budget, but for many households, this is the worst financial emergency in decades. So go for recent bank statements, line by line, and question every spending choice.
Yeah.
Okay, so small regular expenses and habits add up significantly. So it could be every morning you're going by Zarafas.
Yes.
You're paying $5-7 for coffee.
Yeah.
Learn how to make your own at home, which could cost you $4,
Yeah.
$3. An espresso pod, I think capsule, I think it works out to be like $1.
Yeah.
All right, you go to Zarafas.
Yep.
You know, you could be getting the same thing for like $6-7.
Yeah. Yeah. Only drink coffee at work?
Yeah, that's because I pay for it. Yeah. we had someone. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Yeah, okay. So the other thing I think that's around right now, which is really dangerous,
Yes.
that's killing our budgets, is all these things like Netflix,
Oh, it's streaming
Disney
services.
Channel,
Yep.
Yeah.
Foxtel,
Yeah.
Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus.
Binge.
There's another one.
Stand.
I don't know. There's another one too. I forget what it's called. But I mean, like, cut them out.
That was
Yeah.
the first thing we stopped a couple of months ago when we knew this was all happening. We cut Foxtel and
Oh, wow.
got it all gone.
Whoa,
How
you
did
got
the
rid of
boys? How did the
Foxtel.
boys handle it?
They have their own streaming things.
Oh.
They can pay for that themselves.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Use your pocket money.
Yeah.
But and that's what happens. So
Yeah, yeah.
so what happens? These things will just suck you dry.
Yeah.
And you got to learn to live without it. And also we have mobile phones.
Yes.
So when I was teaching Josiah to budget in the younger years,
Yes.
I would only do prepay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't allow him to have
A plan.
a
Your
plan,
plan, yeah.
do prepay.
Yep.
And we just it mightn't be as good. But what happened when it ran out? It ran out.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I mean? So you have to pay in advance.
Yeah.
And there is a budget and do it. And it was well into his married life before he went into a plan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because he would just be working all the time.
Yes.
And it was just the only way we do it. And I just buy his phone outright and buy the credit, and that would be it. He would be set to a budget.
Yes, I've done the same thing. I've never been on a plan. I've always bought the phone outright and gone either prepaid or postpaid, or the BYO plan or whatever it's called.
Yeah, well, post plan I wouldn't, because that's after you use it.
Yeah.
Okay, pre is what I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you prepay credit.
Yes.
And then when that credit runs out, and you've got these little meters on your phone
Yeah.
you can look at, tells you how much credit or how much stuff you're doing. And you got to try and do that there. So
Yes.
mobile phones, all of your these TV things, programs,
Oh,
you just
yeah.
got to get rid of it.
Yes. Yes.
You just got to get rid of it.
We're with CommBank, and my kids have the app the CommBank app, but in it there's a feature that tells them how much they've spent this month on eating out, how much they've
wow.
spent this much on fuel. So that breaks it down like a little chart for them. So that was a big wake up call for them as well,
Yeah.
and helped them to cut down on spending.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and the food industry, is something that you got to look at. And like we choose convenience, like you mentioned, but it's not good for your health.
Yes.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's just I've cut down on a lot of the food areas
Yeah. Yeah.
because I just don't eat it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone took us out for lunch yesterday.
Yes.
That was the only meal I had. I just said that'll do me. So I cut
Yeah,
down
wow,
there.
wow,
So
wow. Yeah, yeah.
cut the grocery bills right down.
Yeah.
More steak for
Don't
the
eat.
dog.
Man.
Okay, so trim your spending
Yeah,
was
yeah.
number 7, which we agree in the same area. Okay. Number 8 is similar to you. Okay, dip into savings. So exactly what you said there. COVID-19 produced a huge surge in household savings, and if you have some or a mortgage redraw facility buffer, now may be a time to use it. A no interest or low interest loan from a family member with extra savings may also help you through the current strain, if you can be trusted to pay it back.
Yes. Yes.
Not all family members can be trusted to pay it back. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is a time to do that area there. So it comes in. Number 9.
Number 9.
See if I can get something different. Okay. Get help.
Yeah.
Households everywhere are struggling, and that's what happens when this largest expanse jumps by 40%
Yes.
in just 7 months. Don't be proud. Seek advice. We have free financial counseling available by helping the National Debt Helpline, which I had the number on, 1-800-007-007. See,
Yeah.
I have it on my notes, Erica. Just you want to see I got it there. She did read my notes beforehand. No, I know. It's okay. Just kidding. Number 10, can I have some sort of drum
Number
music?
10. All right. Here we
Or
go.
the
Here we go.
sad
Here's your.
music?
There's your.
Okay. Oh, okay. It's not forever.
Yes. Yes.
It's not forever.
Yes.
Several economists expect rates to begin dropping again by, listen to this, 2023. Now, I don't know if it will, but they say they expect it. As the Reserve Bank's rate rise cycle weakens the economy and lowers inflation. So the next 6 to 12 months
Yes.
is the tough time.
Yes. Yes.
Goes back to it. So
Yep.
6 to 12 months, if you can do interest only on
right.
your home loan.
Yes. Yes.
Ride the
Okay.
wave through. Yeah.
Yep.
Now, this is what Melissa and I did in the church area during the COVID. And I'm glad Melissa's here. We worked out what it would cost us to survive as a church for 6 months during COVID with wages and stuff. Now, we're fortunate we own the property, okay?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and we worked out it was a couple $100,000. It just so happened that the state government, I don't know what that program was called,
Q Rider,
Q Rider,
Queensland government.
offered us $240,000 loan, 2 years interest free.
Yep.
After 2 years, it's 8%. And we accepted it, but we put it in an offset account. And I said to Melissa, we're in agreement, let's make it a goal never to touch it,
Yeah.
but let's put it there just in case.
Just in case.
Now,
Yeah.
you might think, well, how's that faith? Well, faith is good for me, but when I got to tell other people, and we got like 12, 13 staff here, sorry, can't look after you anymore. You're on your own. You know what I mean? So when you talk about, what do you call it, when like that pastor couple saying one was resigned and one was terminated. So in termination, they have what they call the severance pay.
Like a redundant.
But according to the law, that's good if the company can afford it.
Yeah.
But if a company can't afford severance,
Yep.
you don't get it,
That's right.
right?
Yep.
So what good is all that? So we had that putting offset account.
Yes.
And I want to tell you God's goodness.
Yes.
After the 2 years, right, we gave that money back, right? Thankful to the government.
Yep.
We gave it all back, every cent,
Yep.
240, we gave it all back, okay? And because we never had to touch it, because of the faithfulness of our people.
Yes. Yes. Amen.
Now, I believe that if we have demonstrated great faithfulness during COVID, which I think was a lot more scarier than this,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
we can come through it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amen.
So if I was to say anything to those listening right now, and please, Melissa, interact if I'm wrong, I think that, and according to The Economist, and I'm not saying they're always right because sometimes
Yeah.
they're just bullheads,
Yeah.
okay? I think that, look at the Reserve Bank. They said there'll be no interest rate hike to 2024.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he
Next
said at the
month.
beginning of this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yet.
How he still got a job, I do not know. Okay? But the fact of the matter is, the forecast is 6 to 12 months
Yes. Yes.
because they're trying to raise up. There's more pain coming. They're trying to raise up the interest rates until we see a downturn on spending. So if you want this to stop spending.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Pretty much.
If
Yeah.
you want it to stop spending. Okay? Because as long as there's a big spending, interest rates are going up.
Yeah,
'Cause that's
yeah.
what causes inflation. So we've got to look at 6 to 12 months
Yes.
from now, not from May began, from now. So if we can just prepare that. So that's what I'm saying, prepare now. So even, and we've talked about it, maybe you feel differently now, maybe you don't. On
But the interest only.
interest
yeah.
only.
Yeah.
So you're looking at for 6 to 12 months.
Yeah.
Okay, so it still means you got the same debt you had 6 to 12 months. So remember this. So if you had a debt of 500,000
Yeah.
and you go on interest only for 12 months, at the end of 12 months, you still have a debt of 500,000.
Yeah,
That's right.
So it
Yeah.
hasn't changed.
Yeah.
But at
yeah.
least you've got your house.
At least you're saving on 500,000, 850 a month.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And as Melissa said, probably the equity
Yeah.
still keeps you going there.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So that's what counts. So this is what we have to do. So,
Yeah.
what we need is, like Danny said, Pastor Danny said, so true. We need to be honoring to God and
Yes.
believe in Jesus. That's
Yes.
of course number one.
Yes.
But number two is we need to be responsible.
Yes. Yes.
And we need to do this. Now, for self-funded retirees, this is a great time. Do you know why that is so?
Better returns. on
That's right.
investments? Oh,
So they have their own self-retirees, so they're getting at least about 2.5%,
Yes.
2.6% on the money, which doesn't sound like much, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But that's how it balances out, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, so they're getting
the
some
cash
money
rate.
back, whereas before
Yeah.
they were getting zero, or
Yeah.
there's some of them being charged to have the money in the bank.
Yeah.
So now they're getting something back. So if you're self-funded retirees, this is a great time.
yeah.
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 But if you're in debt, which is the majority, it's a hard time.
Yeah.
So you need to apply these things.
Yes.
And I think it's really good. Anything else you want to add on it?
I don't think so. I think we've summarised it pretty good.
Yes.
It's just the key is to keep faithful, stay faithful.
Yes. I agree.
Thanks, Erica. So let's just finish off because time is gone, actually.
Yes. Church is happening this week.
Church is happening this week.
It's happening.
I have the privilege to be sharing this Sunday morning,
Yep.
and it's always a privilege, and never to take that for granted.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to speaking, which is wonderful. And what was my message called? Revival or funeral is my message this morning of the Sunday.
Revival of funeral?
Yeah, to be reborn or die.
Oh, yes.
Then we have our markets at 2:30.
Yes, 2:30, 10 American Community Markets.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I was able to get mangoes with Danny today. So we'll be doing big KP mangoes and everything else, $20 a tray, which is about $1.60 each, which is very good.
Awesome.
And we got 2 kilo premium boxes of cherries for $25.
Oh, very good.
I saw like there's all these at Coles they're charging $29 for, I know it's a kilo or 2 kilos, and they were like second grade. These are premiums, yeah, which is a lot of good stuff
Yeah,
there.
nice.
And so we're looking forward to that, and we have a lot of fun things. We got the if there's any drumsticks left, we'll
Got
be selling them.
cornettos.
Cornettos, yeah. Go check that fridge on the way out,
Yeah.
okay? And because if they know, okay. And we're gonna say Kranskis and
Yes, Kransky.
satay.
Satay skewers. Yeah,
what do
let's
you
go.
have this time?
I don't think we're doing anything. We're just doing our pantry food.
Oh, no, burgers?
I don't know. Maybe I'm advertising wrong. He
Yeah.
might be.
Has Danny said anything online yet?
Danny
No,
was saying
okay.
in the chat.
So, and also, too bad you're away next week, but have to do the week after, is next Tuesday
Yes.
is the American, well, Wednesday our time, is the American
Oh, Wednesday our time, yep.
midterm elections.
Yeah, the midterm.
And this will decide who
Yes.
rules the lower and upper house in the United States. So poor Erica did all this research,
Yep.
but we don't have time.
No time
fine.
for it.
Fine.
Anything you'd like to say as an American?
Yes. My mom, who's a Southern businesswoman, owner, yes, said this is a crucial point in our country. Vote for people who are going in the right direction. She thinks that the inflation and stock market are an indication of the current government, and they're currently stopping oil and hurting our states like Oklahoma. She thinks they're trying to destroy our country. I'm quoting her on that one.
I would guess
but
she's a Republican.
Yeah, she wants to stop this administration in their tracks and vote for the future of our country. There you go.
Yes, voting is important.
From my mom, Susan
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Yes, voting is
We love
important.
your
DDS.
mom.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to seeing her this year.
Me too.
When did she come over?
The 30th
Did
of
you see
December.
her face light up?
I'm so
Huh?
pleased.
Go
we
back
get-
to Erica.
Should we get her on the show? Erica's mum on the podcast?
Oh, that'd be
Well,
fun.
it would have to be a special appearance from me because I will technically be on holidays, but we could probably
We're
make
not
it
inviting
happen.
you. We're saying your mum.
Yeah, we could probably make it happen.
Oh, man, that'd be
Just
a
let
wild
me know.
show.
We'll put it in the
She
calendar.
got a strong Oklahoma drawl.
Yes.
Talk her accent.
Howdy, y'all.
Okay. Wouldn't you love to see Erica with her mum?
Yeah, that'd be very
We
entertaining.
should have a lounge chair sitting. Sort of thing. You know what I mean?
special Oklahoma special.
But here's the thing. You might not find us funny because we have a different kind of humor. So we'll have to see.
That's all
I don't know.
right. Different generations.
What am I not going to find funny? What?
Because it's like Oklahoma humor is a little bit different.
So I remember when I was in Oklahoma, I'm going to finish off this one.
Yes.
We know this guy.
Okay.
Yeah. And he's a bit country. Okay. Not everybody's real country, but he's real country. And I was over there. I was preaching there for Darren Begling. And he had this very nice guy. And he's picking up some driving us around. And he's got a bit of a drawl. He goes, y'all have a microwave oven in Australia? This is true. Erica knows this guy in the area. Okay. And I go, excuse me? Excuse me? What? He says, do y'all have a microwave oven in Australia? And I go, no. Well, how do y'all cook? I said, we have an open fire pit on the living room floor. And we just get the meat and check it on the floor there and cook it there.
Oh, no.
He goes, really? And I'm saying to myself, is this guy that bad? You know what I mean? And then he goes, too many of that Crocodile Dundee and Steve Irwin. See what I mean? And then I said, okay, I'm going to have a go here. I said, No, we don't have microwave ovens, but nearly every house has a pet kangaroo.
Yes.
He goes, you do? I said, yeah, but only a female.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, of course.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, why a female? I said, dude, seriously? I said, only females have pouches. He goes, well, yeah. I said, dude, don't you get it? I said, so when you're a kid and you go down a corner store, you just put the groceries in the pouch and you come on back. He goes, oh, yeah. I said, but we learned from a young age that you never put milk in the pouch. He goes, yeah, why's that? I said, dude, it hops. By the time you get back, it's turned to butter.
It's in the butter.
Okay, so he goes, I don't know if I believe you. And I said, yeah, very good, buddy. I said, let's move on. You remember his name? Corbett.
Okay.
Corbett. Yeah, he's out
you go.
your way. Yeah.
I must just say that Nona even put laughing, crying faces on our jokes just now. So, hey, Nona, nice to see you.
Which joke?
All of the above.
Oh, good.
This
Oh,
funny part.
Yeah, don't give me anything. All right, there we go. That's a true story.
Awesome.
Then I'd love to get Erica's mum.
Me too. Let's do it. Let's
She'd
put
be
it in the
sweetheart.
calendar.
That'd be awesome.
No, I do. I should be sweetheart. She's a beautiful lady. Just get her in here. So I'd love to do that. Get her to tell us some stories.
And we talk about
Lock it
politics.
in, Eddie.
Huh?
Melissa said stories about Erica.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Who else? You know, that's what I mean. Do you know her mama is a dentist?
Yeah.
Oh,
So how about we get her in here? We all get our teeth cleaned.
Nona said the fire pit in the lounge joke was the one she reacted to.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's a true story. That is not a makeup. That is a true story. His name is Brother Corbett. He's still around over there.
I'm
driving
sure.
by. So he's a lovely guy. Just a bit country. And starch. I've never seen people have so much starch in their clothes, right, Erica?
Yeah.
I remember I was staying at this one house. What does the lovely people, they used to be out where Darren was, they had the big ranch.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I forgot their
The
name.
names are gone.
Beautiful people. We got to stay there. And they had this young fella stay there. And it was in the morning. And we heard this almighty boom. And it was me and Rick Bosky were staying there. So it was me and Rick or me and Bill Crowder, I don't know. And I run because what's happened. When he picks up his jeans, he gets it starched, right? They're this thick, right? Thick. And it's a board. He just picks it up as a board because they're completely so much starch that you don't get it folded. It's like just a board. He gets it like I'm not joking.
I know.
They're like a board. There's shirts of starch.
Yep.
When you get dry clean, they said starch or no starch. And when I say starch, I mean I tell you what, their collars are just like crisp. I mean like. Have you ever seen American, they come up there and they got we call them Oxford shirts because they got buttons, and they're just like the tightest, you can't get it here because there's not enough starch, right? But the jeans are flat board. They're only like about this thick, couple of long, right? So what happened, and when you try to pull them apart, what noise does it make, Erica? Get the starch, right? Well, he had fallen on the floor because he's trying to put these starch jeans on, and he couldn't get his little leg. He's on the floor going, I said, well, I'm not helping you, okay? So I just closed the door and said, leave him alone. Yeah, you've never seen starch.
I don't even know what starch is.
I'll show you. We got some from Food Bank with the spray stuff, but it's probably different.
It
but-
makes, well, no, it's just heavy, double starch. So people say double starch, triple starch, and especially on collars, right? I wish Sandra would put the starch for me on my collars. It makes them stay stiff. It's like cardboard. So when you apply the starch, it is like cardboard. It just sits rigid. If you see some American speakers in that area there, and they have these Oxford and their collars are so strict and
that's
done,
how they
it's
do it.
starch. It's not cardboard running underneath, it's starch. Anyhow, it is time to finish this show because I have to
Yes.
go and do a home visit in Rochdale. I
Okay.
got to be there by 12:30.
All right.
I don't know if I'm picking my wife up or she's coming here.
There you go.
I'm hoping she's coming here. So I've enjoyed the show.
Yes.
Melissa, thank you for coming.
Yes, thank
It's
you for
good to have
having
a
me.
band reunion playing some of our greatest hits.
Yeah.
So let's take it out with Welcome Back.
Yes. Thank you for joining us, and make sure you check us out at some point in the future. We'll be back
When?
in the future.
When?
Maybe in a fortnight.
Fortnite.
Bye, bro.
Here we are today to talk life